first one I wanted to talk about was an interview that Gerrit Cole had, specifically talking about, the kind of the biggest news in baseball lately, which is the foreign substance on a baseball. Gerrit Cole being one of the pitchers that's been highlighted the most in this situation because he's been accused of using it. And a reporter pretty much just straight up asked him, like, have you ever used it? And his response was pretty insane. So I'm actually going to play the video for everyone, just because you just need to kind of hear it to believe it. I'm not even going to try to explain it. So I'm going to share my screen here. I mean, everybody. And
because he can't like that. Oh, never mind. We'll wait.
So here we go.
And have you ever used spider tap while pitching?
I don't.
I thought the video froze.
I don't know if I don't quite know how to answer that, to be honest. I mean, there are customs and practices that have been passed down from older players to younger players, from the last generation of players to this generation of players, and I think there are some things that are certainly out of bounds in that regard, and I've stood pretty firm in terms of that, in terms of the communication between our peers and whatnot. And I, again, like I mentioned earlier, there's, this is important to a lot of people that love the game, and this is including the players in this room, including fans, including teams. And so if MLB wants to legislate some more stuff, that's a conversation that we can have, because ultimately we should all be pulling in the same direction on this.
Yeah. So, Alex, when you saw that, just your thoughts and everything that you got on that one.
Yeah. Trayden, I felt the same thing. I thought my internet was lagging the first time I watched that, and the video paused because he sat there like with a face that you typically see when your video stops, like his mouth is like slightly agape. And
he wasn't moving, dude.
He wasn't moving. Yeah. I partially want to blame the Yankees communications department, because they really should have warned him, like, bro, eventually someone's going to ask you about this. You need to they needed to give him an answer, or they needed to work together on an answer, because, probably unfairly, Gerrit Cole has kind of been the face of the foreign substance issues, like him and Trevor Bauer. I don't know what he was thinking. I just think he got caught off guard and was just like, shit, I better say something. But I don't know how he didn't expect somebody to ask him that or anything about it. I don't really understand the part where he was like, it's got passed from one generation to the next. I mean, pitchers using, whatever material on the ball has been a thing since forever. But it's usually not something that was concocted in a lab, a la Walter White or something. So I'm not really sure what he's doing. Yankees communication department, somebody should get fired probably. I mean, he's the face of your team. And Gerrit Cole, like, you can't like really get in trouble for it right now. They're not doing, like, MLB's doing nothing about it. So just lie. Like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And just be like, I don't know. I've never used it. So the steroids guys did, and most of them didn't get in that much trouble. So, Gerrit Cole.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. Pull Marshawn Lynch.
Pull Marshawn Lynch. I like that. Gerrit Cole should have known that this was coming. The Yankees communications department did a terrible job. It also makes Gerrit Cole just look like the dumbest boy in all the land. Like,
Tyler,
you couldn't come up with anything better than that.
No, it was pretty bad. Like, I was just blown away by just the response. And you're right. Like, I don't know how he didn't expect to ask that question. I'm kind of surprised that's the first time any reporters asked, like, just straight up asked him, have you ever used it? maybe he has, and for some reason he just kind of, I don't know if he just didn't eat his breakfast that morning or what. The brain wasn't firing on all cylinders. I don't know what happened. But yeah, a pretty wild, crazy answer there by Gerrit Cole. For a lot of people, that might be the final like nail in the coffin. Like, oh yeah, he's for sure using it. Even though it was pretty highly suspected that he was already.
Tyler.
But the next day he went out and pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, struck out 10 guys. So clearly it's not phasing him too much. He is still Gerrit Cole. Sticky stuff or not, he's still a great pitcher. Trading, what you got on that?
Yeah, I was just scrolling. I saw this video on TikTok that this guy spends all of his time analyzing it and really digging in on this issue. And guys, it's everywhere. It's on hats, it's on gloves, and you can see it on camera. It's everywhere. Have you dug that far, and are you able to see it yourself?
Yeah, no, you see it on the hat and the glove. I mean, there's so many. I think I've seen a couple of those compilation ones where you just see, zoomed in of, some weird dark substance somewhere on the body or whatever.
There was one video where a fan was I'm sorry, I don't mean to bring him up and your team, but they were videotaping Trevor Bauer pregame. And he clearly like grabbed something, and then he like brushed his hand against his shorts, and his shorts like stuck to his hand, like legitimately. And those are videos you don't get. Like people just watching games don't see that. Only people that could be at the game. So it's pretty crazy out there, man.
Yeah.
Have you used it before, Tyler?
What's up?
Have you used sticky stuff before when you pitched?
I have never used sticky stuff. Gerrit Cole, that's how you answer that question.
I really wanted you to be like, I don't know how to answer that.
I was setting you up there, buddy.
Anyway.
Something crazy that did actually, it just came across my phone. MLB finalizes foreign substances ban. So players caught using grip enhancers, whatever that means, will face a 10-day suspension. Penalty will be enforced beginning June 21st. So next Monday.
Oh, so they're going to do it for the next week.
There you go.
Everyone. Yeah. So
last week, boys.
This week pitchers will be really good. Next week, probably not as good as they want.
Tyler, going way back to your previous ODAMs, the batting's finally going to get better next week.
There you go. As you predicted, Trade, the batting will finally get better, and it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see those stats, like if that's really going to make an effect on it or not. So there you go. We got that breaking news as we were talking about it. So thanks, Alex, for chiming in with that.